Jordan Poole's been balling out for the Golden State Warriors, so if you love what you've seen from him as the pool party's been splashing, hit that thumbs up icon. Pencil dive, cannonball, belly flop, whatever, just hit that thumbs up icon and let's start today's show. What's good, Dub Nation? You're watching Golden State Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Chase Senior. Hope all of you are preparing to have a fantastic weekend. You know who's been fantastic for the Golden State Warriors for the last couple of weeks, especially without Steph Curry in the lineup with that ankle injury? Jordan Poole. And the pool party in the Bay has been popping. I don't care what temperature it's been in California. It's been hot enough to sit by the pool and watch this dude glide on the basketball floor and get buckets. Over his last 15 games, Jordan Poole's been going in. More than 26 points per game, 5 dimes, as his vision has greatly improved this year, especially throughout the course of the year. And then you take a look at the shooting splits. This guy has been one of the best offensive players since the beginning of March. So a March-long run has been fantastic for Poole, and he's really had more offensive opportunities because of that Steph Curry injury. 50% shooting, nearly 46% from beyond the arc. And really, this is a large sample size where you can look at it, project into the future, and start to have that conversation. Okay, what type of player can Jordan Poole be down the road? And eventually, as Steph Curry gets a little bit older, are we looking at a future Steph Curry replacement? He's been playing great ball all year, especially the last 15, 16 games. You take a look at the splits now. His season stats are up to this. Nearly 30 minutes per game, 18 points, less than 4 dimes, 45% shooting, 36.5% from downtown. Then you take a look at what he's done really since the beginning of March. He's been better with more minutes. Points per game have gone up by 8. That is significant, folks. Field goal percentage has also blossomed, and the three-point percentage for the year has gone up 9 points the last 16 games. So the season stats have been impacted by the stats throughout the month of March. And as I said, it's not a hyperbolic statement to say that Jordan Poole has been one of the best offensive players in the NBA over the last month and change. He is eligible for a contract extension also going into this offseason into NBA free agency. A little bit of a player option there. And we talked about this back a couple months ago. He could be in line for a 4-year, $80 million contract, paying him $20 million per year. So is he going to secure the bag? You let me know and predict it for me. How much money should Poole be paid per year on his new contract? That'll be the pinned comment on today's video. See if you get hit with that YouTube ad break. Just scroll on down and get your votes in. My takeaways from Poole, as I've watched him and rewatched some of the film and seen how he's progressed since the All-Star break a year ago to right now, which is a little more than a calendar year. He's never scared to let it rip. I absolutely love his confidence. He's a really shifty offensive player who can get to his shot anywhere on the floor and has an array of moves that he can utilize, and the handle is so tight. You saw that highlight the other night where he split 2 defenders and invented a new move where he went behind the back through the legs, split the defenders, and took it to the 10. So that wiggle has allowed him to really get to the cup and finish amongst the trees, but that lack of fear allows him to really just let it fly from downtown, and he keeps adding to his offensive arsenal, which is really the greatest strength for Jordan Poole. And the biggest takeaway for him is that he comes out of Michigan. He's a late first-round pick. He's looked at as a bust early as a teenager, and now still in his early 20s. He's evolved his offensive game, and for the last calendar year, he's been a great offensive force for Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors, especially since the Warriors have been a little bit injury-prone with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson out of the lineup. Championship odds for the NCAA tournament. That's why I said it off the top. Hope you're all gearing up to have a great weekend. The Final Four taking place this weekend. Final Four on Saturday. 2 matchups. It's Duke-UNC meeting in the tournament for the first time, and then Kansas-Villanova, yet another late tournament rematch. And then the national championship game is on Monday. So championship odds look like this currently going into the weekend. Duke plus 155, Kansas plus 180. I like the value for Villanova, even though they're shorthanded, at plus 450. North Carolina at plus 475. If you want to get your bets in, there's not a better place to do it than our sportsbook partner, BetUS. They offer a 125% deposit bonus for first-time signups. All you have to do, plug in that link down below, that promo code to my right. It's chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. get those bets in, and be bold about it. Some Warriors draft news and development news. The Warriors have been in touch with former second-round pick Justinian Jessup, currently playing in the NBL in Australia, one of the better international leagues out there in the world, was selected by Golden State 51st overall in the same draft as James Wiseman, and we want to pass along the latest information for Justinian Jessup and how the Warriors are keeping in touch with him. So according to Matt Logue of the Herald Sun, Warriors officials will be heading to the Down Under, Australia, g'day mate, in the next few weeks to evaluate several NBA prospects and, of course, the progress of their former second-round pick. It's a positive that Golden State continues to show interest in Justinian and are still having meetings around his progression and his development. Now, the NBL is a really good international league. That's where Lonzo Ball hails from and a couple of other really good international players, LaMelo Ball, and they really do a good job down there of developing international prospects. That's why some players have elected not to go the college route and instead go international, and the NBL has really been a feeder program for the NBA because a lot of the high school amateur players go down to Australia to play in the NBL to tinker with their games and kind of work on some of their shortcomings and deficiencies so that they can prepare to then be better players in the NBA. As for what the Illawarra co-owner Dori Kardahari had to say on Jessup, his defense has improved a lot, and obviously this is coming from a guy who's been able to watch Jessup play up close and personal for the Redhawks. While he still has some way to go, he has the ability to play in the NBA. The Warriors are coming out here to see him play. It's also a testament to his improvement and the strength of the NBL's Next Stars program, which, as I just talked about, one of the better international pathway programs in the NBA. So if you're unfamiliar with him, here he is to my right. Used to play for Boise State, went overseas to Australia. That's kind of common practice for a lot of second-round picks who don't want to play in the G League because the level of competition in the NBL is better and the money in the NBL is also better. Nice lefty stroke, really a good spot-up shooter, can shoot some threes from off the dribble, but that fits the Warriors system. It fits their program because the Warriors basically brought shooting to the NBA, and they want to continue to maintain that as everybody else has brought shooting to the NBA, and they prioritize that as separate organizations. Do you know Justinian Jessup? Look me in the eyes. Do not lie to me, and you tell me if you know who I'm talking about in Justinian Jessup. What was that accent? I have no idea, but I do know I want you to get into the comment section and let me know. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Thanks so much for watching today's show. Don't forget to subscribe.